Yes, good thing.
Okay, we'll start. Uh, I'll start the part. Hope everybody is joined or joining. Yeah.
Button 13 part. It was
Okay. We'll start with the class. Just observe here. I request you to just observe this and make a note of this in your rough book or any page around, so that when solving problem, you need not come back to this table once again. So you write, just take down force current analogy, write as force current analogy, and just copy down this table. Just copy down this table. For those who are still joining or those who are coming late, just observe this table. I request everybody to copy down this table or note down this table. Do it quickly. You write only like this: F force I, velocity. Now here there is one thing: velocity and voltage, they are represented by small v. So in order to reduce the confusion, what is done is velocity, the terminology is represented by small v, but voltage will be represented by small e in while solving the problems. Just observe this. Velocity we are keeping as small v, but voltage we would be keeping it as small e, because again there, in order to reduce the confusion. Displacement is flux, mass is c, capital B is 1 by r, and k is 1 by l. And k is 1 by l. You just take down this table. Those who have just joined, quickly take down this table. If you are done with the table, please let me know so that we'll start solving the problem. If you are done with the You have taken on the table. If you have taken on the table, somebody can unmute so that I can and tell me now. You just take down. F is I, velocity small v is small e, displacement small x is flux phi, mass is capacitance, B is 1 by conductance or B is 1 by R. This is a resistance, not conductance. This is conductance. Then stiffness K is nothing but 1 by inductance. Okay. So once you have taken down this, we'll go to a problem. Now, here, just see, this is also one of the important problems which will be asked in exam. You can mark this question also, very important. This is usually asked for 10 to 12 marks. Given the question will be like this, refer to the mechanical system as shown in the figure, obtain all the relevant effect equations and then draw electrical analogous based on force current analogy. Means what they'll tell you on which analogy you'll have to draw this drawing. So the drawing will be given to you, mechanical system. You'll have to draw a relevant or equivalent electrical system for this drawing. Okay, so just observe this. We'll go to the next slide. So the reason why the node method is told is that in force current analogy or force voltage analogy, we do not use free body diagram, we use node method only. That is the reason why node method has been explained to you. In this method, you convert this to a node drawing, which is already explained to you. So you can just here, there is one displacement x1, there is one more displacement x2. So how many interactions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 interactions which are happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 interactions which are there on x1. Just observe here. x1, mass here, spring K1, force, damper B1. There is one more damper B2. There is its own mass M1 and one more spring K2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 interactions are happening at x1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 interactions are done. Then similarly, on point or node x2, 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3 are there? 1, 2, 3. Yes, there are 1, 2, and 3. So having written this node drawing for this mechanical system, we have written the node drawing. Once the node drawing is done, what you'll have to do is correspondingly write the equation for it. So correspondingly you write the equation for it. So what we do is we write the mechanical system equation, that is, just observe here, f of t is equal to m1 into d square x1 divided by dt square plus b1 into dx by dt plus b2 into dx1 by dt plus k1 x1 plus k2 into x1 minus x2. That is written here. You can just here m1 into d square x1 by dt square plus b1 dx1 by dt plus b2 into dx1 by dt plus k1 x1 plus k2 x2. So, here they have written like this. What you for reduce the confusion, you can arrange like this. First you write acceleration term, then velocity terms, then displacement terms. You write it. Now here what we are doing here is we are writing the displacement or rewriting or substituting the velocity terms as v1. So dx1 by dt, we know this is a velocity term, so I replace that by v1. So here there is one more. So what I do is in this equation, that is f of t, wherever there is a velocity term, I am writing that as v1. So rewriting this equation, that is f of t, this above equation, in terms of force velocity equation, this becomes here f of t is equal to b2 into v1 plus m1 into d by dt of v1 plus k1 into integral 0 to t v1 of tau dt, because this is a small change of velocity, that is nothing but we have displacement in terms of integration is written here, and b1 is nothing but v1 plus k2 into integral of v1 tau minus v2 tau d tau. So wherever there is a displacement term, if I want the velocity, we have gone for integral. Wherever there is a velocity term, directly it is been replaced by v1. Wherever there is an acceleration term, it is been written in the differential form. I think this is self-explanatory, but even then we have explained it. So the above equation, which is in the node form, which was written in terms of displacement, that we have converted into the velocity form. That we have converted to velocity form. The reason why we have converted into velocity form is because we want the equation because of force and current. But we know that what is current? It is nothing but the change of, or it is nothing but the flow of charges. If I want to know the flow of charges, I should write in terms of velocity, because we know what is velocity? Change in displacement. So change in displacement and flow of charges are in a similar form. So the reason why we have changed this in terms from displacement to velocity is this, because we want to have a similar equation. Understood? Some might say that we will keep it in this, but we will not be able to write a equation which is equivalent equation. In order to write the equivalent equation, what we have done is we have replaced the displacement term into velocity term, so that while writing this in terms of equivalent electrical term, it becomes easier for us. Now, having understood this, 1 minute, do you have any queries up to this? If you have any queries, let me know. Do you have any queries up to this point? Yes, any queries? Any doubt? Do you have any queries or any doubt? If there are any queries, let me know, or else we'll go to the next. I'll explain the next part. Yes. Remember, this is one of the most important question which is asked in part A, or sorry, in the chapter number 1. This you can consider that it can be one important or guarantee question also. So every time there will be one question either on force voltage or force current analogy is written. Yes, Rahul, any doubt? Yes, Rahul. 437. Okay. Okay. As there are no doubts, I'll go further. Now, here, now if you just whatever the table I had asked you to take down, if you just see, now having written this velocity term, now what you'll have to do is just compare the corresponding electrical terms what we had written in the table. Now, for force, we had electrical term current, that is force, there was I. Corresponding to B, it was 1 by R. Corresponding to velocity, we have charge, or sorry, voltage, that is E1 is been written here. Corresponding to M, the equivalent term was capacitance. Again, corresponding to velocity, the equivalent term was charge. Corresponding to the spring, the analogous term or equivalent term was 1 by inductance. Then again velocity is E, d tau is written same here. Corresponding to B, 1 by R. Corresponding to this, 1 by L2. So all these terms in terms of equivalent mechanical systems are there. Corresponding to this equivalent term, we'll have to replace this and just write this. See here, once again I'll explain. Having converted the drawing into a node system, you'll have to write the system in terms of the displacement. But we cannot write the displacement directly. We'll have to write an equivalent term in terms of velocity, because it becomes easier, because we know that flow is nothing but change of flow of the current and velocity are in similar thing. So we convert this displacement in terms of velocity, so that equivalent equation can be rewritten easily. So what we have done is we have converted this displacement equation in terms of velocity equation, that is force velocity equation, and I'll now write force current equation for this. If you just write, so if you compare this table which was here, force is current, you can just here, force is current. Then velocity is voltage. I told velocity we are replacing with small e, we have written here. Then damper is 1 by R. Damper is 1 by R. Then mass is C. Mass is C here. So we have written this, mass is C. Then what is spring constant K is nothing but 1 by, spring constant 1 by is written. So what we have written is at node 1, f of t we have written in terms of I of t for force current equation. Now, next what we do is, similarly we go for node 2. Similarly we go for node 2, since there are only three interactions which are happening. One is mass, one is damper, and one is spring. So we write this equation, m2 into d square to x2 by dt square plus b3 into dx2 by dt plus k2 into x2 minus x1. This is the equation. Now again I convert this, I convert this into, see here, in the previous equation we had taken the Laplace transform. Here we need not take the Laplace transform, we are only writing the displacement equation, then we convert that into a velocity and then we directly write to the current equation. Got it? Need not take the Laplace transform here. Now, force voltage equation is given by, now if you just see here, as in the previous case, what we have done, wherever there is a dx by dt, we have replaced by velocity. The same we are doing here. So m into d by dt of v2 plus b in b3 into v2 plus k2 integral of 0 to 2 v2 tau minus v1 tau dt. So this is the term. So equivalently, what I do, I replace all the mechanical terms by equivalent electrical terms. M2 is C2, B2 is 1 by R, K2 is 1 by L. So this is the term. Now, having written this, got it? Having written this, this will be over 80% of the solution. So what is next? We'll have to draw this equivalent equation. Now, just compare these two figures. Just compare these two figures. This is the figure what we had already drawn, because we had converted that mechanical system into a node drawing. We have converted it into a node drawing. Now just compare this. Wherever there is a force, we are replacing this with the current. So force is nothing but current. This is the term. Then wherever there is a damper, correspondingly we have replaced by resistance. So B is nothing but resistance. Is done here. So wherever there is mass, we have replaced that with the capacitance. Why? Because we know that wherever there is a mass, there is a capacitance. So wherever there is a mass, we have replaced by the capacitance. So wherever there is a spring, we have replaced with the inductance. Even though the representation is similar, but remember this is spring and this one is the inductance. So wherever there is a damper, we have replaced with the resistor. Wherever there is a spring, we have replaced with the inductance. Wherever there is a mass, we have replaced with the capacitance. Wherever there is a damper, we are replaced with the resistance. So you can see here, both two systems are similar, and correspondingly these few terms are equivalent to both because they have the same differential equation. So this is nothing but force current analogy. Means what? Equivalent mechanical system, if I want to replace that with the electrical system, in that condition, since we know that both will have similar dynamic characteristic because they have similar differential equation, so I'm replacing with this. So in current there are few terms which we can replace, and so this is our equivalent electrical system. So this, any queries, any doubts, any queries or any doubts? Just tell me.
Sir, we can directly convert the analogy of displacement and flux can also be taken.
No. That you have understood now.
Now, what is the thing is here we are going to relate the input and output. Okay. So what is the input in terms of mechanical system? If your mass will be the your force what you are applying. Suppose if you take car. Okay. So you apply the force on the accelerating pedal and then the vehicle moves with some velocity. Okay. So what is happening? Input given is force and output is velocity, right? Similarly, in force voltage or force current analogies also, force is the input, if you are referring to force current analogy, current will be the input and voltage will be the output.
In his question is, we know this, why can't we directly write? It is not done.
It is not done.
It is not allowed because only this you can done when you understood this. Now, having understood this, you have written it. Got it? You mean to say that we know that directly I'll replace and no? Because here question is what they have told is if you just see the question statement, obtain all the relevant effect equations. You will have to first deduce the equations, then you will have to write a relevant equation. Got it? Understood? Yes.
No, s-
Any other doubts?
Sir,
Tell me.
sir,
Tell me.
sir, please take the equations page.
Equation page. Okay. Just previous or this?
Sir, for there in this one, sir, we have displacement here. We can convert it. Take the analogy of flux also here, or we have to reduce it to velocity and then current.
No, no, no. It is whichever is feasible for you. Basically, what we do is
There are two methods to solve this. This is one method. Another one method, you can take the standard equation of okay. So here you have tried to link this mechanical equation with the electrical equation. What you can also do is you can take the standard electrical equation and you can try to link the electrical equation with the mechanical system. There also you are going to get the same thing.
okay. Now, what the query, what you are saying is here. Now, in this, while solving, what you had done was there was a standard mechanical equation. We converted the electrical equation in terms of mechanical equation. If you just remember here, if you just see here, in this equation, what we did was we kept the mechanical equation standard and converted the electrical equation in terms of mechanical equation. Got it? But what in problem, what we are showing is, if we keep electrical equation as standard and we can convert mechanical equation in terms of electrical, both the ways is correct. There is no absolutely no problem. We'll have to fix whether I'm going to keep the mechanical equation as a reference and convert the electrical equation in terms of mechanical equation, or keep the mechanical equation constant as a reference and convert the electrical system into the mechanical equation. Whatever you do, you are going to get the same answer. We have explained both. In the while only explaining, what we did was we kept the mechanical equation as a standard, converted the electrical equation in terms of mechanical equation. If you just here mechanical equation was kept standard and electrical equation, which was in the other form, we converted that in terms of that equation. Got it? But while solving problem, what we did was we kept electrical equation as standard and converted the mechanical equation in terms of this. So both the ways is possible. Whichever is easy for you to understand, that you can do. Got it? Hope it is understood. Any doubts? Any other doubts? Any other queries?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, similarly, as in case of force current, we have now force voltage. Now, once again, now see here, this is one mechanical system where we have this is now for force voltage. Now, force current analogy has been understood. Similarly, we will understand how to write the force voltage analogy. Now, just observe here, force voltage analogy. In force voltage analogy, we again have a mechanical system where there is a spring, there is a force, there is a damper, there is one mass, there is a displacement. Then in this, there is one more spring and there is one more mass, and there is a friction which is acting between this. So we have considered one more damper. So what we do is we convert this into a node drawing. Now, if you just see here at one, what all things are interacting? We have one spring, one force, one damper. There is one mass, that is one weight. Corresponding to that, we have one spring and one more mass that we have considered here. So if you just see at node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, just observe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are the interactions which are there, which are happening at node 1. That has been done here. And similarly at node 2, what is node 2? Node 2 is not shown because why? What we had said, if it is not shown, we can consider mass. If there is mass, there will be a displacement. If there is a displacement, there will be a node. So corresponding to this, there are 3 interactions. Now, if you just here, for mass, there are 1, 2, there is a damper, 1, 2, 3. So there is one spring, there is one mass, and there is a damper. So there are 3 interactions which are happening at x2, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are interactions which are happening with the at point 1. Got it. So once we have done this, we'll have to write the equation for the displacement. So we have written the displacement equation. So mass in terms of acceleration, damper in terms of velocity, and spring in terms of displacement is written. Now again, what we do is we are replacing the displacement in terms of velocity. So we rewrite this in terms of displacement. Sorry, that is hence the force velocity equation is shown like this. Force velocity equation is shown like this. Then similarly at node 2, similarly at node 2, we have two things. Again, we convert this into a force velocity equation. Now, if you just compare this, what you have done is this term, this which was in terms of force velocity equation, we write in terms of force voltage equation. So what is the, just observe here, in terms of analogy which was written for force voltage, in terms of force voltage, just a second, I'll open the book and see. For force voltage analogy, mass is equivalent to the inductance. Mass is equivalent to inductance. Then spring constant is equivalent to 1 by capacitance. Then velocity is equivalent to the current. Then we have damper, that is B, damper B is equivalent to the resistance. So wherever these mechanical terms are there, we'll have to replace that with corresponding force voltage analogy. Remember here, student make mistake while they write the equation up to force, this equation they write correctly. But when they come with respect to voltage or current, they get confused. Remember, for force voltage analogy, we have different terms. For force current analogy, we have different terms. You'll have to read the question very carefully, whether it is force voltage analogy or force current analogy. If it is a force voltage, the terms are different. For the force current, their terms are different. Now, in case of force voltage, this is the term. Now, similarly, for equation number 2, again replace these terms with the corresponding electrical terms, corresponding equivalent terms. Now, you can just see here, this is how we are going to get. This is how we are going to get. Now, one important difference what you can see in the thing is, in case of force voltage, as I told, the things are to be connected in series. The things which are connected, they are to be connected in series. Whereas in case of force current, they have to be connected in parallel. Now, if you just see here, they are connected in series. They are connected in series. So how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So are you able to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 terms corresponding to node 2. There are 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is for node 2. This is for node 1. So for node 1, there are 6 terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For corresponding to node 3, there are 3 terms 1, 2, and 3. So this is the thing for the force voltage analogy. Okay. Have you understood? Any doubts? Any doubts here? Any doubts? Important thing is, first and the foremost thing, whenever the problem is given, just draw the node drawing, write the mechanical systems, write the mathematical equation in terms of acceleration, velocity, and displacement term. One that is written. For your simplicity, what you can do is side you draw a table where you are writing the force analogy table, force voltage analogy table, force current analogy table, whichever is applicable. There you go on replacing those mechanical elements by electrical elements and write the force current equation or force voltage equation, whichever is appropriate. Once that is done, next important thing what you have to do is you'll have to represent that in terms of a drawing, in terms of a sketch. But remember, in case of force voltage, the terms or the component have to be connected in series, whereas in force current, in force current, it has to be connected in parallel. Okay. Any doubts? Yes. Hope all are awake. or having lunch? Yes. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, if you have any, see what I'll do is I'll just there are some modifications which are to be done in this presentation. Then I'll just share this. So okay. Now with this, what we have done is we have completed force current analogy, force voltage analogy, and this is done. So coming Wednesday's class, we'll be starting with block diagram and signal flow graph. Block diagram and signal flow graph will be starting. Once block diagram and signal flow is done, once again we'll come back to unit 1. There are few things which are going to discuss regarding, there are few standard things which already RJ sir had discussed with you in the previous class. With this, we'll conclude. Okay, any doubts if are there, please let me know, or else we can take this doubts in the next class also. Hope there are no doubts. Shall I conclude the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.